Well, the third audition, no, I just did the two. Third time they fly me out is just a meeting with Lauren, and they don't tell you on your way out you're already hired. You have this meeting, and so I have this meeting with Lauren, and we're talking, and like 600 people had died of heat stroke that week in Chicago. It was a crazy, insane thing, and then we talked a little bit of baseball, and every time I would go down a story, Lauren would say, "We're done talking about that now." And I'm like, what's going on? Yeah,
I never had...
Finally, Steve Higgins leans over and goes, "Congratulations, you're hired." So then I was like, "Oh, okay, great. I guess that's why I'm here. So, okay, good."
But he really said to you...
We're done talking about that now.
I never had that Lauren. I had like a very pragmatic, Jay, I know it seems like you're on the back burner. I would just say hang in there. You're the future of the show.
Wow.
Guys like you.
That's nice.
You do many things well. Just stick it out. And I would submit walking again because you have guilt and momentum on your side. I don't know why I'm doing Carl Spackler.
I know, but
Big Head of the Llama. Cinderella story.
Just so you know, folks, no one who meets Mr. Michaels can walk away without doing an impersonation of him.
It's said impossible. To me, I had a meeting with him with a list of demands. I had a yellow legal pad because I didn't know how to type my... I don't know how to use it.
At what point? Is this halfway through the first season you're on, or what?
This is, I think, a month into my second season. I had done... I'm not sure. It's in the book. I'm pretty sure it's the second season, right. Like 3 weeks in, like nothing. And you got to wait like 4 hours to see him. Shut up! I swear to God, I'm going to punch you in your tiny dog head.
Dog lover.
So I go, dog lover. So you got to wait like an hour to see Lauren. And I have this yellow legal pad of like, first of all.
That's a short wait.
Yeah, it was short. Oh. It's an hour in your office, an hour of them going almost, and then an hour outside his office.
Right
so
outside.
It's just 3. Yeah, so you're right. It's about 3.
Oh.
And I got this yellow legal pad. Number 1, item A, Norton. From now on, I get on update. And when I get on update, I get on update.
Did you say that you wanted on update?
I had very specific things and things that got cut that I thought were complete monkey danger.
Right.
Like Good Morning Brooklyn was a really good show. I don't know why it wasn't on Mohr. Marissa Tomei killed it once because she found out I was a featured performer. Wait, you're not even a cast member? But you know what? The joke's on her, I guess, because I got not jokes on her. She's doing great for herself. But I got to do it with Sarah Jessica Parker, who I really dig, and she was super fun and super game. And I did it with Courtney Cox in the middle of the Friends bananas.
Right.
So finally they go, okay, he'll see you now. But like the longer you wait, the more like what you wrote down, you're just obsessing like, my handwriting is like, this is like a child wrote this. Like this is... I don't know.
Plus
and it's the whole legal pad, and it's only 2 pages. So I'm overthinking it. And then they go, what was her name? Erin? She goes,
yes.
Yeah, the blonde gal. You go in. So I go in. I go to push open his door, okay? His carpet on his side only lets the door open like 8 inches. Or like, I don't want to exaggerate. About a foot. There's a little tiny half circle. I start. And then his carpet stops the door. And he's sitting behind his desk with his hands folded like, come on in, Jay, make yourself at home. So I now have a decision to make. Do I just, like I'm a linebacker hitting the sled? Do I just drive my shoulder into this door and fucking flip up his carpet and ruin his table and stuff? No. I go in like sideways. I'm on the inside of the office. I roll the carpet backwards towards me. Then I swing the door open in a little half circle because I've measured it out in my mind. Then I put the carpet back down. Then I push the door over the carpet going the other way. It clicks shut. I turn around. He's fucking standing right behind me. Like a horror movie. Like he's right. He goes, I understand that you had some things you wanted to share and things you wanted to talk about. And I go, yeah. And now my list is the most ephemeral thing in the world. And I go, what's going on? And I just feel like I'm not being used. And it just comes out like half-assed.
Yeah.
And then he sits on his desk and goes, Jay, you're the future of the show. Hang in there. Everyone's done this. Ask Mike Myers how tough it could be. I don't know why I keep doing Carl Spackler. And so then I leave with my stupid notes.
You have to start with no. Then you can find your
no. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. That
no, Jay. No. Whatever you say, no.
No.
No, I know.
You definitely have the momentum of the show. No. Steve Martin's a friend of mine, and I own a Cy Twombly. It's in my house. No. So he basically told me, like, Lorne Michaels says you're the future of the show.
You're feeling...
But now I got to unroll the fucking carpet
Oh, no. That's
to
all you're
get
thinking
out.
about.
Like, it's the most...
You
like
didn't
I'm a
get through
child.
your list.
Huh?
You did not get through your list.
No, I didn't.
Because he's so smart.
He's
going like,
speaking,
I'm not going to hear this guy out.
Jay, before you begin, no. You need to know you're the future of the show. Like, he told me every single thing you could say to this song. Like, fucking The Art of War.
Yep.
This guy just took every arrow out of my thing that carries arrows.
Quiver?
Thank you. I was like, it can't be Quiver. That's absurd.
It is Quiver.
And then
I couldn't remember Jack Lemmon.
And then I had nothing for the next 5 shows.
Wow.
But I got him repeating in my head what he said.
Yeah.
So you were on 1 year. I remember you doing that Fop thing with Mark
Fops.
McKinney.
That was one of the characters I auditioned with, which originally for me it was this
Fagin?
guy. Fagin. Fagin, because I had seen an ad in the Chicago Tribune for a traveling version of, the fuck is it? The Dickens play.
Do you have too many couches, an extra table, maybe some boxes that are sitting in the hallway next to the door?
Try Huggies.
Get it out of your house. Do you have too many Huggies boxes that maybe you want to get rid of because you use so many diapers? Go to U.S. Storage Centers and store it. Go to jmohr.com, click on the U.S. Storage banner, and get 3 months off up to 50% based on availability. You will also receive a $25 moving supplies credit, boxes, locks, whatever you need. Go to jmohr.com, hit their link, hit their link and their link, and learn all about U.S. Storage Centers. These are really good people. You'll like this. Every dollar that you spend, they match it. When you round, like, let's say it's like you spend $42.08 and you round it up to $43, they match it, and it all goes to cureit.org. Cureit like kidney, cureit.org, which is a kidney cancer research charity. So, and the guy that runs the company, Barry Hoven, he does all the administrative costs out of pocket. You do that hat guy a lot. People don't realize you're doing it.
Andrew laughed. Hour and a half. Here's how it starts. There's a porta potty on stage. For 5 minutes, I'm inside the porta potty. Lights come up. They announce me. People are going, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Then I come out of the porta potty. I take the hat, go, blah, 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 and then I go back in the porta potty. 5 more minutes. It's an insane show. People get angry. For the 20 people that eventually stay, they start laughing. That's my stand-up act.
I love it. Blah, 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 blah.
You know who really liked it? Colin Quinn. How much do you love Colin Quinn? I love Colin Quinn so much.
Let's call a spade a spade. You know, Koechner's on stage doing fop material with a Canadian kid in the hall. You know.
Meanwhile, we got the real David Spade right here. Anyway, guys.
David Spade's upstairs with 4 models going, really? You don't do coke? What are we doing here? You know? I think we got soap then. It's not from eating well. You know? David Spade's like, look, wait till the hair kicks on him and look like Ellen. You know? It's going to be a big deal. You know what? I'm going to go back. I'm on a Richard Burton kick. You know, me and Koechner are going to go upstairs and watch Equus. And we're going to do a whole sketch about equine therapy. You know? What are you going to do? The kid took the horse's eyes out. You know, it's a very spooky movie. You know? What are you doing?
So you were on. I never heard of anybody.
Colin.
I never heard of anybody being on Saturday Night Live for 1 year.
Well, myself, I think Sarah Silverman, Rob Riggle.
Like I said, I've only heard of 4 people.
Bing bong.
Ben Stiller quit. Damon Wayans either got fired or quit.
There was a
on
change
lore.
in the guard, I think. Robert Downey Jr. was on 1 year, I think.
Well, that
that
was a mess.
Well, the thing
when
was,
that was
for
going
me,
down.
like that, Lauren wanted to keep me, but I was a sacrificial lamb. Olmeyer wanted changes. The first year that Mad TV had come on, so the first year they had competition at late night, really. And Howard Stern started his show that year, so West Coast wanted some changes, and I was one of the 2 people.
I invented Dave Koechner.
Yes, you
Robin.
did.
Let me tell you something, Robin.
Let me tell you something.
Dave,
Who's that?
I'm trying to do Stern. Not well.
That's awesome. Lauren wanted to keep me, but he had to.
Did he tell you like, no, Dave? If it was up to me, you'd be the guy. But
no, it was clear. I mean, I knew that there were other people involved, and he didn't want to let me go. He said, "Dave, you're an artist. Don't change that."
Did he say that to
Yeah,
you?
he did. That was my.
You know what he
feature of
said
the
to
show.
Mark Maron?
What?
Look, I don't know what you guys do below 14th Street. How amazing is that shit?
That he was aware there was a scene going on below 14th Street.
Look, Mark, no, I don't know what you guys think you're doing below 14th Street. Like, that is the most surf landowner conversation ever. Like, he might as well have been wearing a powdered wig.
What you're doing is not mainstream.
No, below 14th Street, it's just filled with gays, hustlers, Cinderella story.
And you.
Yeah, I could swim in a pond. That's no big deal.
Oh.
So were you let go? Did they tell you?
No, they didn't renew my contract, and so I was in limbo all summer long.
That's what they do. It's
Yep.
crazy.
Yep. And so I didn't know until August 14th that it was official. They're not going to renew me.
But the thing that the listeners need to know is they tell you, we'll let you know by June 20th. You know what, Dave? You'd really help us out if you give us till July 1st.
Right.
Dave, I had a bear of a news conference last week, and you give me to June 25th.
You keep
Did
waiting.
I say 25th? I meant August 5th. Are you busy? And then by that time you go, this is who possibly could go to work for people that can't make up their
I'm
mind.
so hoping, please, anything. Oh, God, yes, come on. Because I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? Because in my mind, I swear to God, in my mind, I thought to myself, I'm only going to do this show for 3 years and I'm leaving. I really believed that. I thought, I'm going to stay do this 3 years
So
and I'm
that's
going
what
to go.
Daryl Hammond thought.
Is this? That was half Colin Quinn, by the way.
I'm sure that's what. You know what? I'll do the rest of the thing. Is people on Twitter seem to really enjoy it.
Do you ever see Colin?
I bet Daryl Hammond said, "You know what? I'm gonna do it for 3 years. Then I'm gonna do my own thing. I'll move to the Bahamas, and I'll give bike lessons. Teach people. I'll rent bicycles and teach people how to ride tandem.
J.J. Moore's party out in Bali. That was the worst Colin Quinn ever.
You know what? I crushed your Jack Lemmon, so I'm leaving you alone. I've been working on Nick Nolte. There's a bunch of impressions that I tried on Ron and Fez, a show you need to go on, and Opie and Anthony you need to go on too, because they're your kind of guys. And one morning I just did Nick Nolte from Thin Red Line so terribly. And
I wasn't saying your Colin Quinn. I said my Colin Quinn.
No,
Yours
I
is
know.
awesome.
I'm telling you
Okay,
when I
yes,
have failed
okay.
so spectacular.
All right.
And Ron Bennington, which when I'm sitting here talking to anybody, I'm really just trying to be like Ron Bennington because he's so goddamn good. I go, oh my God, that was terrible. He goes, no, that was it. But I couldn't tell if he was serious or not.
I don't give a shit, Stavros. You got to take that damn hill. That's all there is to it.
I mean, that's Thin Red Line-ish.
Right.
But it's in the area. But we're not in the area. We're not in the area of business. Like you got
High ground by nightfall.
Oh, by nightfall, I don't care. Well, I'm a Baptist.
Southern or First.
Well, Southern, of course.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But yeah, some impressions. I can either do one right away or I can't do it at all. So how did they tell you were no longer? They told you on August.
I don't think August 14th came, and I probably called or something, or I had someone who's.
Hey,
repping
are
me.
we cool?
Yeah, it's not happening. Yeah, and so I packed all my stuff and moved to Los Angeles.
Did you do T-Bone on SNL?
Yes. But
How the fuck do you not rehire that guy?
with Christopher Walken?
Really?
Yes.
How have I not seen this?
It's a great one. It's called an executioner sketch. Dennis McNicholas and Andrew Steele had the idea. They massaged the premise of there has to be a witness, a citizen witness to an execution. So they massaged the premise like, okay, no, there's a citizen who's going to actually do the execution. So that huge, like an electric chair handle, and Gerald, the T-Bone's character's up there, and Tim Meadows is the warden. He's sitting there, and Christopher Walken's all strapped in. He goes, any last words? I forget what the guy's name was. Like, yeah, tell my mother. Tell her. And I go, bzzz. And he goes, yow. He made that.
You
I
keep
go,
hitting it by
hey,
accident.
sorry about that. That was me. Fire in the hole. Hands got a little sweaty. And he goes, execution, please. It's okay. T-Bones. I kind of like to meet this here fella. And it was actually a really good sketch. And we had an
great.
actual out. There was a real out to the sketch. And so it killed. What
What do you mean an out?
Well,
a
like
good ending.
there was a blow to the sketch.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. But people listening don't know what that
Oh,
means.
right. Sorry. There was an actual laugh and a joke out to the sketch.
Most
rather than
sketches
just-
you go, well, I guess that's that. Bam, bam.
and then they vamp out. Right, exactly. There was a huge laugh at the end of the sketch. They buried the bottom of the show. Joan Osborne's second song got cut. She glared at me at good nights. And the whole time we're doing the show, Jim Brewer came down to the floor to laugh. To laugh extra hard right behind cameras to support me. It was
Jimmy's a
beautiful.
good
He's
man.
awesome. He came down to support me. So it was January. I'd been there all year. It was my first hit. Well, the Fops had fizzled. So this thing finally got in there, and it blew up. It was the last thing of the show. I was so happy. I was on cloud 9, right? And so then every time I'd try and get another sketch on, they'd always change it to something not very good.
Change your sketch?
Change the
in the
Gerald
rewrite
sketch.
room.
No, like Lauren wanted to now protect it because, okay, this thing might work. So they just keep changing because they, doing an impersonation of him.
He
It's
said
impossible.
to me, I had a meeting with him with a list of demands. I had a yellow legal pad because I didn't know how to type I didn't know how to
At
use
what
it.
point? Is this halfway through the first season you're on, or what?
This is, I think, a month into my second season. I had done, I'm not sure. It's in the book. I'm pretty sure it's the second season,
All right.
like 3 weeks in.
I'm like, what's
Really?
going on?
I
Yeah,
never had.
Finally, Steve Higgins leans over and goes, "Congratulations, you're hired." So then I was like, "Oh, okay, great. I guess that's why I'm here." So, okay, good.
But he really said to you,
We're done
we're done.
talking about that now.
I never had that Lorne. I had like a very pragmatic, Jay, I know it seems like you're on the back.
Well, the third audition, no, I just did the two. Third time they fly me out is just a meeting with Lauren, and they don't tell you on your way out you're already hired. You have this meeting. And so I have this meeting with Lauren, and we're talking, and like 600 people had died of heat stroke that week in Chicago. It was a crazy, insane thing. And then we talked a little bit of baseball, and every time I would go down a story, Lauren would say, "We're done talking about that now."
Back burner. I would just say, hang in there. You're the future of the show.
Wow.
Guys like you.
That's nice.
You do many things well. Just stick it out. And I would submit walking again because you have guilt and momentum on your side. I don't know why I'm doing Carl Spackler.
I know, but
Big Head of the Llama. Cinderella story.
just so you know, folks, no one who meets Mr. Michaels can walk away without impressing.
And like nothing. And you got to wait like 4 hours to see him. Shut up! I swear to God, I'm going to punch you in your tiny dog head.
Dog lover.
So I go, dog lover. So you got to wait like an hour to see Lauren, and I have this yellow
Yes.
legal pad
No,
of like.
that's a
first
short,
of all,
that's a short wait.
yeah.